Marcel, where are you going with that disc? You are not putting that on again. Marcel, okay, if you press that button, you are in very, very big trouble.
Attention. Everybody stop what you're doing. It's time for The Unwritten Rule, a Mizzou sports podcast brought to you by the Believe Network, alongside Payton Haverman and Kenny Van Doren. Here is your host, Jack Knowlton.
Welcome back to The Unwritten Rule. Today is Monday, February 16th. We are, as always, presented by FanDuel. And don't say we don't love you guys, because Payton and I are hopping on here at 10:40 p.m. on a Saturday night to recap one of the worst. So, full disclosure, I didn't watch the first half. I had actually my own paid for work obligations going on.
Full disclosure, I didn't watch the last 8 minutes.
I did, and combine our two watching one of the worst games, at least visually on the eyes, aesthetically, that I think we've seen in a while. Payton, I said right before that I have a little bit of an exercise, and I'd like to pitch this to you. I listened to a podcast. For those who are longtime listeners of this show, you guys know this, but I'm a big soccer fan. My favorite team is Liverpool, and I listen to a podcast about Liverpool that they do every week. Shout out to the Walk On podcast. They do a good job. But Payton, they recap every game too, and they ask the people who do it to give them 3 words. Like they say, what are your 3 words for the podcast? And usually it's, related to the last game. So I'm going to ask you, give me 3 words to describe this game, or just how you feel about it, or what you're feeling right now.
Pretty damn bad. That's pretty much the only way I can put it.
Yeah, I'll go night and day, and that's where I guess I can maybe go with this, because there's intricacies of this game we can talk about, I think, but I had a thought in kind of the broader context of this Mizzou season and Dennis's tenure thing that I want to get your thoughts on. I've said this for a while, both on and off air. Like, it definitely, we have a Mizzou team now that is very middle ground, and it's not the roller coaster seasons that we're used to under Dennis, where the highs are really high and the lows are really low. Sometimes at the start of the season to the end of the season, sometimes between seasons. But I feel like now we're getting that same thing, and it's like a game by game. This team feels like a team that, like one of the more night and day, playing up and down to opponents, letting opponents do things they're good at one game, and then looking really brilliant the next game. I can't understand it. This team still continues to just kind of confuse me. This was a game where, we've said all year long, Missouri's a big team. They've, usually do well on the glass in most games, and that can kind of be their bread and butter. I thought Texas totally outclassed them in that. And so it feels like everything we try to attribute that they do well, then there's just games like this where they just don't do it at all, and it ends in results like this, and your 20-point loss to a team that you're competing on the bubble with. And now you've just shown the committee, hey, we can't handle a fellow bubble team, and get absolutely run out of our own gym at home. It's not Illinois bad, but this is as close to as bad as it gets, Payton.
I think it's honestly in some ways worse. This was a real great opportunity. You really got some momentum on Wednesday. Could really have played yourself completely off the bubble with a good win here. And it was just a totally gutless performance. I mean, good God. I mean, they're just some of the dumbest play I've ever seen. I don't know what the obsession with lob passes were tonight, but that was really something awful to watch. How Mark Mitchell played 20 minutes in the second half, did not come off the floor, and had 1 shot attempt is beyond absurd. I mean, T.O. Barrett, I thought far and away his worst game as a starter. He was awful in this game. Really bad. Pierce was a total ghost. Phillips just kept fouling. It was terrible. Nobody played well. I was not impressed with any efforts I saw out there. I mean, Mitchell played okay, not very great. He again was not good at the line, not good enough. Stone was like you look at the line, it's not bad from Stone, but turned the ball over 4 times, didn't have any assists. Missouri as a team had 7 assists all day. I mean, Texas themselves only had 8, but
yeah.
When Missouri has 7, they're not going to win any ball games this year. That's just simply the way it is. Just a horrific effort in a really probably like implication wise the biggest game they've played this year. They had a sellout home crowd against a team that you're right next to on the bubble, and they got absolutely destroyed. I mean, just horrifyingly beat. Like, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, Matas Vokititis. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know.
Yeah, that's
he was what?
It's probably right. That's close.
But he was phenomenal. He just, when he was off the court, Missouri took advantage a bit and got Mitchell going. But we really realistically should have known this game was over at halftime. Missouri stupidly did not hold the ball for last shot. Texas goes down, gets an and one to go up 33-31 at half, in a half, mind you, that Texas shot the ball 37.1%. The broadcast flashed a stat that was like their worst shooting half of, like, their worst shooting first half of SEC player this season, one of the two. So they held a pretty good offensive team in check in the first half and were decisively not the better team in that half. I mean, it was terrible. There was not a single moment where Missouri, I thought, outside of the first 5 to 6 minutes, Missouri was the better team. They were just awful tonight.
So I want to go to the Mark Mitchell thing first, because you raise a good point with that. And I didn't even realize that it was now, granted, and we could talk about this too, Missouri as a team in the second half took a grand total of 21 field goals compared to 27 free throws. But Mark Mitchell, this is now 2 games. He went 5 for 9 tonight for 16 points. Like Payton said, only one of those field goal attempts came in the second half, so keep that in mind. He was 3 of 7 for 9 points against A&M. So, that's 2 nights where he's attempting under 10 field goals. He had only done that twice in SEC play and 3 times since the month of December started for this team. That's inexcusable. I mean, we've gone from talking about Mark Mitchell, we don't talk about Mark Mitchell because we know what Mark Mitchell is going to give this team, to where all of a sudden these last 2 games, they haven't gotten him the ball enough. And I give Texas actually a little bit of credit. I think, again, it goes into what, teams doing what Mizzou does well better than them. I thought they clogged the paint, at least in the second half that I watched.
When Voki tied to, however you say it, Matas, I'm going to call him Matas. Okay. Whenever Matas was in the game, Missouri had no idea how to get Mitchell the ball. Zero way.
But that's 2 games now. And the Texas A&M one was concerning, and they still found a way to win, granted. But, like, that's a team that does not have a Matas and does not have the size to take him out. So that's a little bit of a concerning trend for me with Mark is I don't know. I don't want to necessarily put it all on him there. Of course he needs to.
I don't think it's really his fault. I think it's got a lot more to do with the rest of the team.
Yeah, but 9 shots, he's got to be taking more than that. I mean, Jaden Stone matched it. Jaden Stone, actually relatively efficient for his, standards. He's 4 for 9 for 16 points. Made 6 of his 7 free throw attempts. Mark Mitchell was 60%, which is probably about as good as you're going to get. So that's a concerning trend for me. And then in the second half, I mean, it's weird because, you do the classic thing where, if Missouri makes 10 more free throws in this game, they were 26 of 38, 68.4%, not good enough, but we're beating a dead horse there. But even if they make 10 free throws, they're still losing this game by 8 points. So, that's
free throws didn't matter. I know that's what everyone loves to harp on. The free throws were not why they lost this game. They played terrible basketball.
Yeah.
Yes, they were bad at the line. Like, they have to be better than 68%. it didn't matter. Like you said, if they made all 12 of their misses, let's say they go 38 for 38, they would have only lost this game by 5.
5, yeah. And so I think the weird thing with that, and again, you and I think have both kind of I think matured in this over our time as knowing each other as basketball fans, of doing, you never want to blame the refs for anything, and there was some weirdness with that, and the pace of the game in the second half was awful. I think I was watching it muted. I think you said the announcers at one point were
The announcer was
out.
having a crash out session, and I kind of agreed with them. Is that segment where they had 2 reviews in 30 seconds and the official was just lighting it up.
Yeah.
It was, and I kind of agreed. I mean, again, officiating had nothing to do with Missouri losing this game. I'd put 0% stock into that. Missouri shot 15 more free throws than Texas.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
it was just a tightly officiated game, if anything.
It was tightly officiated, and I think that did not help Missouri, only in the sense of this was already a team that, like you articulated, really struggled to get any sort of offense going, and when they did put an okay possession together, it would end in a foul, and then usually them splitting a pair of free throws, and it felt like they just could not get a rhythm going because they were either missing the shots or or a foul was getting called, and then they continue to not take any advantage at the line. So that's kind of where I fall on with the officials.
But again, I mean, even if it was loosely officiated and Missouri was getting its offense going, they would not have won this game, because look at what Texas did in the second half. I mean, they held a really good offensive team to 37% from the field. We're losing at half, and for some reason we didn't immediately realize that spelled doom for Missouri. I mean, in the second half, Texas shot 61% from the field, and it was 50% from deep.
Yeah.
Swain is a baller. He is a great player. Pope made a few shots, and 16 for 17 from the line. I mean, that's
and there were a couple. I will, again, Missouri was far from good enough. There were a couple of those makes, Swain in particular, where someone had a hand up and was nearby, and he was just hitting. I mean, there was he had a step back 3, I think. There was the one in Anthony Robinson's face that felt like the dagger later on in the second half that I think pushed it back up above double digits. And 18 points. Like you said, there were 61, 50, and 94 in the second half. You're not going to lose many games really like that. But he had 18 points. That guy's darn good. I mean, Tremont Mark getting the ones that annoyed me the most were just, it felt like they could probe right into the middle, whether it was the middle of the zone and get shots from the free throw line, or again, it was another really bad game of Missouri, or at least a bad second half of Missouri communicating on screens defensively. It felt like they were always so late on when they wanted to switch, and that gave a lot of the Texas guys free layups, or just they would roll or pop a little bit to the elbow and make just wide open jumpers.
Yeah, there was nothing Missouri could do in the second half. I mean, they tried to switch zone, and like you mentioned, I mean, Texas was cutting to the middle perfectly and getting wide open mid-ranges out of it. I'm sure sometimes you live with some of those makes, but man, Texas just nailed it. They're really good. They came into this game a great offensive team, and they showed it. I mean, Matas was really, I think, the difference maker. I mean, even the few times Missouri got a couple strung some misses, there were a lot of O boards in this game. There were, I mean, how many second chance points were somehow even? That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at the second half.
They had 14 O boards to Missouri's 8 and one rebounding battle by 10.
Incredible that was that even.
Yeah. But still, I mean, losing the battle on the boards is not something Missouri tends to do. And
they've been good there.
That is usually their strong suit. And yet, in these games, they sometimes just give teams that. And obviously, they are a team that gives up a lot of threes. Missouri actually outshot Texas A&M from threes percentage wise. They were 40, but Texas was still 35. I know you said really no one was good in this game. I kind of agree. I was curious. He did have that little spurt. I thought I saw a little bit of the old aggressive Ant in the second half. He scored those 6 straight points by himself, finished with 11. It felt like at least at times he was trying, but it's still obviously far from what what last year's Ant was. And I feel bad continually singling him out, but I'm doing it for in what I'm trying to spin as an okay, at least kind of a good reason. There was an impressive spurt by him where I was like, okay, that is the Anthony Robinson that I'm used to seeing, but it came in a game that was, it was kind of a moot point in a larger context.
And he had that made 3-pointer that he was fouled on, had a chance for a 4-point play, left the free throw short, and then Missouri actually, Texas kind of fumbled a scramble for a loose ball. Missouri got it back out of the inbounds, and then Ant leaves it short on a mid-range. And he's the only one that really, really makes me mad from the line. I mean, 3 for 6 from the line for Ant. It's just ridiculous that he is a bad free throw shooter like that. I do think he had some signs of life. I don't even care that he fouled out. I think Ant just needs to go back to not caring about fouling. They just need to keep him aggressive. I mean, it's nice to see him back in double figures. Hopefully it sparks something a bit. 2 assists, really. I mean, I don't know. I still, especially after tonight, think he's the much better point guard than T.O. is. Not that he's been a better player, but they have to get more like that out of him, and they need more than 5 from Barrett, 4 from Pierce. Nick Randall can't be matching T.O. Barrett in scoring and outscoring Trent Pierce and Jacob Cruz.
He had that one nice dunk.
A lot
he had to play 10 minutes with Phillips in foul trouble.
Yeah, it was his best game of his career. I mean, kind of by default, but I thought he actually played okay.
Yeah. Lone bright spot.
Better than Burns.
So in terms of where you lean, I mean, is this everything that could go wrong did go wrong in this game, or does this suggest the start of a tailspin here to end the season for you?
Well, they certainly don't have a schedule that gives you a lot of confidence left. I think next is Vanderbilt.
Yeah, so so Missouri is now 17-8. They're 7-5 in the SEC. They are home against Vanderbilt on February 18th, at Arkansas, and then home against Tennessee in their next 3.
Very, very easily could go over in that stretch, and that would kill you. I mean, this was a game they really couldn't afford to lose no matter what happened on Wednesday. I mean, if you lost on Wednesday on the road, so be it. But I mean, here's a game you come in like a 1.5 point favorite in most places, I think. And you lose by 17 to a team that's on the bubble at home, a sellout crowd. I mean, that's just, what games are you going to win if you're going to lose that one? We'll see. You're now, I think, back in a position where, I mean, you're at 7-5 now. You have to have Oklahoma and Mississippi State. If you lose either of those, we're wasting time even talking about anything else. But let's say you get those, you're still only at 9. I mean, you have to steal one to even get to 10, and I still don't know if 10 is going to do it.
I think you might be right. I want this team to at least kind of remain on the bubble and keep this season interesting. But yeah, you can't have T.O., Trent, Jacob Cruz all disappear at one time. You're not going to beat anybody like that. In fact, you're going to lose pretty badly to most teams, as they just showed.
Wow, T.O. Barrett with 0
today.
rebounds. It really was just not his night.
Yeah, he has bought enough. I think he's earned enough merit, I think, in some of these.
Yeah, I'm not saying bench him, but
to chalk it off. But yeah, it's that can't happen, especially the way that Ant has continued to struggle a little bit. Yeah, very, very frustrating one. I think I agree with you. The more I look at the box score, the more I feel like it was kind of a culmination of just Texas had a very good game plan going in. This was a really clunky game that had a lot of fouls, and that is not going to benefit Mizzou with how poorly they shoot from the free throw line. It's rare that they're going to win a game where there's a lot of free throws shot. Their offense was super stagnant. 7 assists just can't happen. You've got to move the ball better than that. I mean, even if you're
2 in the first half, man.
Yeah, even if you're a Mark Mitchell who has been kind of praised recently for improving his passing ability, And yeah, A&M or Texas clearly adjusted. I mean, he had 12 points in the first half and 4 in the second.
Well, because they got Matas into trouble, foul trouble, and then that changed obviously.
Credit
and they took full
Matas.
advantage.
Is this guy a draft prospect? I don't even know.
I have no idea, but he was very good tonight. He was awesome.
Yeah, very good player or decent player. He's from Lithuania. He's a sophomore. Did he transfer? He was at FAU last year, Payton. There you go.
Lovely.
Keep an eye on old Matas. But yeah, I would like to think Missouri. And again, to go back to the point I was kind of trying to make at the top, like, I think we're going to have a conversation this week. Like, we're going to talk even off air. I think we're going to talk ourselves into Vanderbilt a little bit. I mean, we've been saying it for a while now about how they might match up size wise. And this feels like a team that just likes to play very up and down to people. Hasn't gotten blown out a ton other than Illinois and like Alabama, I guess Kansas too. But hasn't blown a ton of teams out either. It's a very, very weird. I still feel like at times I can't figure this team out. They go from looking like they're finally getting an identity and really playing for each other to then it all falls apart and the things they're good at don't work for them. And it's
kind of summed it up well.
It's a weird situation, but yeah, this was a game they probably had to have given the next three. They didn't get it. Guess what? Our good friend Neil Payne over at ESPN still has them in the work to do. They're down there along with actually Texas and Texas A&M.
Yeah, I'd have to probably agree right now.
Yeah. So
to say the least,
work to do. Very frustrating. Did you have any other thoughts?
I mean, I'm just trying to look at this bunch of shots here. I mean, they made what? That's 3, 6, 10, 16 of 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. So 16 of 20 at one stretch. Texas was.
Yeah, not good. I did write down. Missouri put Texas in the bonus actually with 11:32 left. They went the final 2:13 without a field goal. I think between the 4:35 mark and the 6-minute mark, they did not make a shot. So you combine that, you had one of the thing that they got rid of in A&M where you have those long droughts where they're not scoring. They brought that back again tonight. So not good. Not a good way to build off of a really big time win at A&M. An opportunity missed.
I think if they had won this week, they would have been. If they had won tonight, I really would have thought it would have been real hard for them to have missed the tournament then.
Yeah,
but now I think it's a tough road to get in now.
Do you have to steal one of the next 3 or 2?
I mean, I feel like 2. Honestly, or you have to take Arkansas at home.
Well,
because I think it's going to take 11, not 10. I've never felt good about 10. I know everyone else has always felt good about 10. I don't feel that. I don't think if 10 is there, it is the number you get, and you're sitting there on the bubble on Selection Sunday, and they got to look at things like, how did you do against other bubble teams?
Yeah.
And you got blown out by 17 against Texas, who's another bubble team and probably will be. What was your non-con? Do you have any big marquee wins? And Missouri's marquee non-con is Minnesota. I think they're going to be on the wrong side.
It's probably sound analysis. Florida got to 10 today. They're the first team to 10 wins. They're 10-2. Arkansas is 9-3. Vandy, Tennessee, Bama, and Kentucky are 8-4, and Mizzou and the Texases are 7-5. So there's the SEC race.
They won't be winning the SEC.
They will not be winning the SEC. But damn if those tournament games are gonna matter with where this looks like it's going. That'll do it. We've talked for 23 minutes. That was a ugly game. Hard watch. I feel bad if any neutral, just college basketball fans were tuned into that, because that was a very poorly paced second half. It was not fun. We will come back with all 3 of us and finish the show with quick hits on the other side. Okay, quick hits time. We finish up the show. We have all three of us back for some quick hits action. Kenny, me and Payton on the Lost Archive show, that is Payton's fault, did pretty good on the Daily Dozen. No one will ever see it because it was Payton's fault. How do you think we're going to do today?
Only 81.5%.
90.2, 95.2% his fault.
The Magic 8 Ball said it was indubitably Payton's fault.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Did you record it?
Did I record the 8 Ball?
Yeah.
No. Oh, so no.
It doesn't count.
So it doesn't count. Yeah. So now it's my fault.
Talking about
That's
archive shows.
more percentage to me. Sorry I missed the basketball segment. I fell asleep when I got home last night and just totally whiffed.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up and call you out, but because you said that, I'm going to say that's almost fitting because the basketball game, frankly, didn't deserve to have all three of us recap it. It was awful.
And you guys don't like when I come on the basketball shows anyways.
That's also true. Yep.
Like, yeah. I've listened back to the shows too, and Jack cuts out my audio, and then you guys just sit there in silence for like 30 seconds.
I don't even have to say anything because our gracious viewers also listen to the show and hear the same thing you do.
They hear nothing.
You think I have the energy to produce two versions of this show?
Yeah, one for the 7 core values group chat. And
wow, this is a big peek behind the curtain.
You know what they always said about making inside jokes on the air at KCOU?
Oh yeah, what is it?
Oh,
called
we should never do that. Sorry. Okay, well, inside joke. Let's let everybody in so everyone can know the joke. We have a group chat called 8 core values, named after Dennis Gates' 8 core values. I have told people that there's a 7 core values with everyone else that's in the group chat but me, and that's where everyone talks about me.
Fittingly, there's 8 people in the group chat.
What is the? Isn't there? Didn't we learn what is that called again? Where you tell an inside joke on the air? Is there a term for that?
An inside joke?
No, but I like a term of doing that on the air.
Telling an inside joke.
We'll call it unwritten ruling. That's what the term is.
Yeah, that should be an unwritten rule.
Doing an unwritten rule. Okay. Kenny, how are we going to do this time with all three of us and a recording actually being started?
Ceiling 5, floor 3.
Wow, low.
That's fair.
That's tough.
Well, it's tough because last week you guys said you did very good. We never do well back to back.
But look, we got NFL, NBA, college basketball, and geography. I think we can get
that. Is a big start. That is a big start for us.
Okay.
Movies. You've watched like 1,000 movies. You've watched every movie
ever
in the last few weeks. So I think we're gonna do well. I'm confident in us.
I got a joke to tell you after about inside jokes. Like, it just doesn't make sense to say now. We've been recording for 3 minutes. I just realized that we have not done the quiz.
I have a big movie development that I had yesterday.
Ken
his brother,
aka the Daily Dozen Trivia.
Well, his brother was an NFL tight end. This man was
I know this.
Pro Bowl defensive end.
I know this.
Seattle from 2013 to 2017, where he totaled 39 sacks and won a Super Bowl with them. Do you guys? Yeah, but do you guys know where he's from?
Houston.
My ankle. Is he from Houston? I don't know. I don't actually know where he's from.
He's from A-Leaf. So no.
Wakanda forever.
Houston inside jokes.
What's the inside joke with that?
NBA, what is it?
Currently averaging over 25 points per game and a first-time All-Star, Denny.
Hey, don't say it.
Jiva originally played for this East team from 2020.
What's his last name? What's his last name?
Avdija.
Avdija.
Denny Avdija. Kenny.
Okay, I'm sorry. I saw that he made the All-Star team, but I know he's very outspoken too.
Yeah, that's what we'll leave it at.
Okay. This East team, is it the Knicks?
No.
It's
a
Payton
bad
know?
team.
Payton, did you know before you just looked it up?
No, I knew it. I was seeing if he went to college anywhere, but he didn't.
Pistons?
No,
not the Pistons.
No, not the Pistons.
Bulls?
No.
I don't know.
Yes, Wizards, Kenny. Good job, Wizards.
Thank you. Yeah. First guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. College basketball, recently named to his first NBA All-Star team after 11 years in the league. Norman Powell spent 4 years at this Pac-12 school from 2011 to 2015.
Gosh, my first inclining was one of the Washington schools.
That's what I thought.
I thought of Washington immediately.
I thought Wazoo. I thought Wazoo at first, but
I don't think it's Wazoo.
About this.
I mean, let's try and picture.
Wait. He's not a Bruin, is he? Was
No, I
he,
don't
was
think
he
he
at
went to
UCLA?
UCLA.
I don't think so.
I think Luke Magnanti, friend of the show, would let us know a lot
So
more
here's the
about
thing. That friend of the show also really likes Norm Powell, but I can't remember if that's just because like of his
Well, he's
NBA-ness
a Clipper.
or because of UCLA.
I
And he's
don't
going to
think
kill
he's
us if
a
we don't
win.
get this.
The only reason I know much about him is he played for the Mavericks, right? Or
No, you're thinking of Dwight Powell.
Oh, okay. Well, the only reason I know that the names like Norman Powell and Dwight Powell is because of Luke and Chase. So I'm thinking that you might be on the right track
Did
about
he go to
UCLA.
UCLA?
I don't think he went to UCLA. I am like kind of thinking.
I'm fine to agree with that. I don't feel great in any direction, but
Now that you say it, I do like kind of think.
I think he might have
remember.
gone to UCLA.
Let's just say.
Let's just do it. I'd rather be wrong about that than bang. All right,
Okay.
sweet, sweet.
Luke, if you're listening,
You're
I
welcome.
have no recollection of him at UCLA. Like zero memories. But
He's on the
like,
Heat now, right?
Yes.
Geography by
Very
land
underrated.
area. The 3 largest M countries in the world are Mexico, Mongolia, and this Africa.
Mozambique.
Pearled. Oh no!
It's Madagascar, isn't it?
Or Morocco.
Morocco.
I thought Mozambique was
Uh,
way bigger than Morocco.
Yeah, it's probably Morocco. Morocco is damn near huge.
For our YouTube viewers,
Is Elijah Woods one of those faces? No, probably not with the facial hair.
I have no idea who
I have no
either of these
idea.
people
This
are.
is terrible. I hate that. I don't like this category. It's too hard.
a cartoon man in an old school red hat tossing a fry into his mouth is found on bags of this chip brand.
Wow, I have
no
no idea. Kenny might have been right with his ceiling. This is bad.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
We got the geography one wrong. That's going to kill us.
Television, Kerry Russell and Rufus Sewell have played U.S. ambassadors in this Netflix political thriller since 2023.
Does it have one of those generic names, like just like the White House or like, I guess ambassadors? That wouldn't probably be the.
I don't know what this is.
I have no idea. This is too
I
new
know,
for
I
me.
know.
Movies.
Oh, it's
A cult favorite, Ben Stiller directed this 1996 dark comedy starring Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick.
Oh, Kenny, this feels like it's up your alley.
I feel like it is too. Would you call The Truman Show a dark comedy? Because I feel like it is.
Ben Stiller didn't direct The Truman Show, did he?
I don't know. A cult favorite. Is this Me, Myself, and Irene? Maybe.
Go for it. I don't know. I didn't realize Ben Stiller was directing already by 1996. That's bad of me.
Ah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Music. Because it's you and me and all of the people with nothing to do,
It's definitely not-
nothing to lose. Our lyrics from this band's 2005 hit song.
Well, Kenny, you were dead on with 3 because I have no fucking idea.
You know this song.
I don't.
It's you and me and all of the people with nothing to do, nothing to lose. This is the
Never read
Fray.
the lyrics.
Oh. Yeah, what's that song called?
It's the Fray, right?
How to Save a Life? No.
I
I don't know.
That
is
is
this
the
asking for a
Fray.
band or is it asking for a song?
I think it's the song. Oh no, this band's. Yeah, maybe just try.
Is it the Fray?
It's definitely not How to Save a Life, but maybe try the Fray. Go for it. Oh.
Okay. All right. That was really
Wow.
bad.
Well, no one did that good by the percentages.
Oh, we were all
Molly.
Oh my gosh.
Peyton, you got to play more GeoGuessr. It was
Oh!
Elijah Wood. I knew it.
I can see Anna Faris right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She
who
should
Anna
have at least got a
Faris
half
is.
a point there.
I don't think you get half a point.
I don't think you can have a point.
Andy Caps fries. I'm so
Never
sure
heard.
anybody's had those.
Never heard of that.
The Diplomat.
See,
never
I was
heard it.
also on the right track. something boring. The White
Cable
House.
guy.
The
Cable
cable
guy,
guy. It's not Severance.
Lifehouse. Oh, that's like the same thing, pretty much. Lifehouse and the Fray.
Yeah.
It's you and me and all of the people with nothing to do. You've never heard that song?
I definitely have. I'm not. It's not coming to
Here, you
mind.
want me to
have.
play it on the air?
I
so you-
can
No,
guarantee
please
I
don't
have-
do that. We don't need Lighthouse suing us. All right, that was tough. Kenny kind of nailed it with the floor. Tigers in the Wild. Let's try and save the show. Who's your Tiger in the Wild, Kenny?
I got 2 Tigers in the Wild this week, former Missouri assistants.
Look at me.
I think I've heard about this a little bit, that, with the kind of exhausting life of a college football coach, a lot of coaches are looking to the NFL more. And I don't know if you guys remember, Bush Hamdan did have an interview with the Chiefs when he was still like in between Mizzou and was it Boise State, like 2022, 2023. But he's going to be going to the what team is this? The Dolphins, hired as QB coach. Yeah, I mean, that's the first one. And the next one is Jake Olson, who's on staff at Mizzou under Blake Baker. He left with Blake Baker to LSU. And he's been at LSU as a safeties coach, but he was hired. He's expected to be hired by the Commanders.
I remember Jake Olson in particular, was kind of like a Baker disciple. So that's certainly seems like he's been a riser. Bush Hamdan, I mean, it just kind of feels like has been through the ringer lately. But hey, he'll always have that 3-game stretch at Mizzou in 2022.
I totally forgot he was with the. I couldn't remember that he was with the Falcons. So he coached Matt Ryan. So now he's back in the NFL. Mr. Hamdan.
Yeah, because he was on the Super Bowl team with the Falcons.
Yeah, 2017,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. So another
no. Well, he probably was there in 16.
Yeah, it would have been 2017. I mean, it would have been. So it would have been the 2017 Super Bowl, but it would have been the 2016.
Let's just
season.
look it up.
Because I think the 15, because that's 51, wasn't it? Isn't that right after?
Another interesting wrinkle to this is that Bush Hamdan went to Mississippi State this offseason after all the changes at Kentucky, and now he's not even going to coach at Mississippi State. He was there for 2 months, 3 months.
God, yeah, Payton's not kidding. Kind of has been through the ringer. A lot of hopefully can break some leases.
I don't think he was on the MVP Falcons.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
Coach Matt Ryan. So there you go. He has some NFL experience. Good for Hamdan and Jake Olson. Payton, who is your Tiger in the Wild? We've got a little bit of a theme going here for these next 2.
My Tiger in the Wild is going to be Caleb Grill. He really showed out for the Windy City Bowls, 26 points and 7 3-pointers made at career high. That's just kind of who Caleb Grill is. You're going to have nights like this sometimes from him.
Yeah. Doesn't that make you excited for your Bulls? No, maybe they'll call him up.
He's not ever going to play for a winning team if he sticks there. So
that's grim. Yeah, good for Caleb Grill. It's exciting. It's good to see the Mizzou guys show out in the G League. I remember I always get very G League happy right at the beginning of the season when everything settles with that and all of the from last year, like when Caleb and Tamar found their homes. I feel like I would look at their games for the first 2 weeks. There you go. Payton birthday gift if anyone's watching. Look at that.
Why is the code Patriot?
I don't know.
Yeah, they lost the Super Bowl. Doesn't make any sense. My Tiger in the Wild. I'm sticking with Mizzou in the G League. Salt Lake Stars star Sean East is my Tiger in the Wild. He played in the Rising Stars game, or the Rising Stars, I guess, little tournament. He played for Austin Rivers' team. They lost in the semifinal to Team Mello, so he only played 1 game. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. You've got him making I didn't know the Salt Lake Stars, I guess, call him Sean Mitty. That's very fitting.
Yeah, I guess they didn't get the memo. His last name is East, not Mitty.
I don't think they call him Sean Mitty. I think he's just shooting a Mitty.
Well, they capitalized it. So it's a name.
Okay.
Gotta have proper grammar.
I like no capping. He's the main bird.
Shout out Sean East. He didn't do a ton in the game. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but very cool to see him. Points. Yeah, there's just 2 points. Very cool to see him just, in something like this. And obviously the Rising Stars game, it's kind of a mix of Austin Rivers' team is a mix of rookies and G League players. And so it's pretty cool. I mean, he's having a great season for Salt Lake City. So
my question about Sean East, do you think Mizzou would have only made the Final Four, or do you think they would have beat San Diego State or beat FAU and gone to the national championship if Sean didn't take a year to find his form at Mizzou? Like if he was the 0-18 form on the first Dennis team, what do you think the ceiling is? Or the floor even? I think the floor is beating San Diego State and making the Final Four.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. That San Diego State team did feel a little bit of team of destiny, kind of, but
no, they beat the team that felt like the team of destiny.
Well, it was two teams of destiny, and they met up. That's how the bracket shakes out sometimes.
Kenny was at FAU San Diego State. That's one of the best games I've ever watched.
I was there.
That was good. You were?
I said that.
No, you didn't. You just said, "Were you there?" I said, "Yes, I was."
Nope.
I have a pitch for you guys because obviously this was All-Star Weekend, and Shawnee's was a participant in it, and we were talking before about the dunk contest. What?
Who are you saying what to?
I thought Kenny had a reaction when he.
Yeah, there's no Shawnee's jersey. Like there's Caleb Grill.
Because he's only in the G League.
So is Caleb Grill.
Caleb Grill's in the G League.
But Caleb Grill, I thought, was on a two-way at one point.
But his jersey was a G League jersey.
Maybe the Stars don't sell G League jerseys and the Bulls do. I don't know. But another obviously thing with this All-Star Weekend is the dunk contest, and we were talking about how it's kind of fallen off the rails since the prime of like Aaron Gordon and Zach
kind
Levine.
Of off it. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
The only things I saw from it yesterday were Jackson Hayes' dunk, which was literally, it did not pop the crowd at all, and they had to do the most pathetic little like the fog machines in the background.
Those are always fun.
Cracks me up.
The
and
sad
then J.C. Richardson almost concussed himself on a dunk.
So this was a proposal I heard to fix the dunk contest that I'd like your thoughts on as casual All-Star game watchers or All-Star Weekend watchers. It was you have 2 G League guys, 2 NBA players, and maybe they're not the most superstar NBA players, but then you add in 2 of those guys like who are the actual professional dunkers. And you have the 6 of them do it, and maybe you mix up the format a little bit, get rid of the dunk timer so that players are actually encouraged to attempt real dunks instead of getting worried about not getting a score and just doing something easy. The thing I heard was like, you have these guys who like are just literally make money on YouTube being professional dunkers and trying all these crazy dunks. Why not let them show it off? I know it's not great name recognition, but at least you'd see way better dunks.
What happened? Like, why is Aaron Gordon never doing these anymore? What happened to Zach Levine? Why do nobody like that we actually want to see do it? Why does nobody we actually want to see do it? I don't
really know.
To that?
I don't know.
Like Kobe Bryant used to do the dunk competition.
And Dwight Howard.
What happened? Like Dominique Wilkins used to be in the dunk contest.
I don't actually know. I'd have to like
why is Mac McClung won it before?
Is it like an injury? Is it one of those injury things?
I think so, and I think part of it is I mean, it is an all-star break, and if these guys aren't actually all-stars playing in the game, like I don't think they probably don't care to dedicate their time that they would just have off to themselves. Because it is well documented, especially for like coaches too, of how important that time off is. And I might just be that some, players who are not young and well-known guys just don't want to do it. I don't know.
I mean, seriously, like we used to have Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine, like with the greatest, like
that was
blow
insane.
For blow dunk contest ever. And then like a couple years later, we had Glenn Robinson III winning it. What in the world happened to it? Why is it so terrible?
I don't know. I wonder too if like they don't ask the current, like the guys who actually get picked to the All-Star team to do it. I don't know. I don't have a great answer for you, but that was the solution I heard. I hadn't thought about that, just getting some of those professional dunkers. And then they can just try insane stuff because they don't have to worry about, like you said, with Jace Richardson, like hurting himself.
My solution would be, like, I'm not saying, like, I know this isn't realistic. Your suggestion is probably one of the better ones. Well, why the NBA is this crazy rich organization throw absurd amounts of money at stars to make them want to do it. Like, that would make people watch, and it'd probably be pretty good.
I don't know. The one thing I did hear about this dunk contest is that the dunks actually weren't too bad, but if it was just non-recognizable people doing it, so no one.
I knew J.C. Richardson, and I mean, I know Jackson Hayes, but I don't want to see him in a dunk contest.
Kasheed Johnson, Arizona legend, champ. All right, there's your NBA All-Star.
I didn't even see. Oh, you said Kasheed Johnson.
Kasheed Johnson, yeah. There's your NBA All-Star Weekend talk. Headline, Kenny.
My headline reads, Astros get former top prospect Loper Fito back in trade with Toronto. Talk about my morning. There was Bush Hamden news. This was Saturday? Yeah. No, Friday. Friday morning. So
Friday,
yeah, my Friday morning, Bush Hamden news, Joey Loper Fito news. I mean, it's Kenny Van Doren weekend. And then on Sunday, we found out Kevin Biggio, son of Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer with the Astros, probably better than any Cubs player of all time. His son, Kevin, went to my high school, St. Thomas, Eagle Fight Never Dies. Goodness, discipline, and knowledge. Actually, I have it right here in the koozie.
Do you think Craig Biggio is better than Ernie Banks?
Yes. So like I was saying before you rudely interrupted me, Kevin Biggio signed a minor league deal with the Astros. So that's very cool. Do you guys want to guess where he went to college?
You think he's better than Greg Maddux?
Yes.
No, I don't want to guess where he went to college. Notre Dame.
Correct.
Indiana.
No, Payton was correct.
Oh, I thought you said incorrect. Sorry.
No, sorry. I said correct.
I know you said
this is your
incorrect, but I
team.
knew I was right, so I didn't feel like the need to correct you.
I honestly feel like I said correct in my head, but it came out as incorrect. So I'm sorry.
You had a little bit of a noise before you said correct.
Kenny, you can't let him get you down. You're on a tear right now.
No.
You just said every player on your team
I'm
is
not
better.
sure
than...
I'd put Craig Biggio all time above Ben Zobrist even. Like, Ben Zobrist could play like every position under the sun. Craig would line up at second every day.
Craig Biggio finished his career. I mean,
so did Ben Zobrist.
I don't think he did. I think he had to stop playing, right?
No, Ben Zobrist came back.
He came back
for a month.
A week? Yeah.
A month. He struck out Yadier Molina in his final
retire.
game. Did Craig Biggio ever pitch?
Probably not.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not going to take a side here. What's your headline, Peyton?
Anthony Rizzo's better than Bagwell all time, too. My headline's going to be number 7 gymnastics wins at number 25 Kentucky for first time in program history. This, of course, comes from mutigers.com. It wasn't a very huge margin, but Mizzou did get the job done up in the Bluegrass State. They won by 0.025. So, Mizzou Gym. The final score is 196.825 to 196.8. So there you go.
Huge for Mizzou Gymnastics. Number 7. Now that's again still like 6th in the SEC because it's the SEC. But get a couple of ranked wins. Big one over Florida. The model program, as Peyton continues to say. I was trying to check who is next, and now the Mizzou website is freezing on me. Thank you, mutigers.com. Up next for Mizzou Gym, Illinois in the Mizzou Quad. They're hosting one. Illinois, Ball State, and Air Force will come to Mizzou Arena for Mizzou Gym. There you have
I thought you said it was in the Quad.
Oh, that would actually be kind of sick. Mizzou, an outdoor one.
It's not like flat enough. They could not.
No, they definitely.
We're the basketball team tried to play on there.
Yeah, especially for gymnastics. I feel like that's you probably want a level surface. I think that would be that could get very bad. That'd be fun though. Gymnastics on Faroe or something, or I know they did wrestling on the softball stadium, something like that. That'd be pretty cool. My headline this week, bracketology. This comes from On 3, 2026 NCAA tournament predictions. Bracketology, projection shakeup bubble picture from James Fletcher III. Missouri is in the first 4 out. Who cares? I'm getting more and more excited. It's February 16th, and we're getting closer and closer to March. I don't know if Missouri is going to end up in Dayton, but we've got some interesting tournament projections shaking out. The one seeds that Mr. Fletcher used: Michigan, Houston, Duke, and I believe Arizona are your number one seeds. Payton, who's winning the NCAA tournament on February 16th?
Interesting. They have Morgan State as the MEAC auto qualifier because I think Maryland has made a lot of waves this year. I'm interested to see that. If I had to pick a champion right now, Michigan certainly looks like a destroyer of worlds. I'm not too worried about Arizona. I think Arizona just had a bad week. It happens. I don't know. This Houston team, I was lower on Houston last year than I was to the past few, and they almost proved me wrong. So maybe Houston. Houston's got some really fun freshmen this year.
Yeah. Sinak
So
and
certainly they're interesting. I'm not a huge Duke believer, although they have been destroying the ACC. I'm not a UConn fan this year, to be honest. I'll stick with Arizona for now. But I would be shocked if that was right.
I'm going Samson and Co. right now, Kenny. A title coming to your hometown in college basketball.
First one.
Who would you pick, Kenny?
Maybe a non-1 seed?
Illinois.
And this is why we have a separate group chat. All right. Do you have a joke, Payton, on that note?
Yeah, Kenny, who's better all time, Andre Dawson or Carlos Beltran?
Oh, yeah. Here's your segment?
Carlos Beltran.
Are you prepared?
Yeah, okay. Kenny is just over today. We're going to do 2019 Washington National of the Week. Kenny, any guesses?
Pitcher?
Yes.
Corbin?
No.
Okay.
No. Nice try, though. My Washington National pitcher of the week is going to be Kyle Barraclough. Relief pitcher, many years, probably most remembered for his time as a Miami Marlin. Did not pitch well in his time with the Nationals. He pitched in 33 games this year. Had a 6.66 ERA, so even scarier. 1.7 WHIP. Didn't even finish the year with the Nationals. He finished with the Giants. Later popped up with Minnesota, pitched with the LA Angels, and finished up his career in 2023 with 3 appearances for the Boston Red Sox. So Kyle Barraclough, did you know him, Kenny? I'm sure you know him. Any thoughts on Kyle Barraclough?
He wasn't in the postseason, so I have no memories of him.
Okay. Well, there you
go. All right, 2019 Cubs Player of the Week.
I don't know if
going
you can
out.
do this.
We're going to give it to Dylan Maples. I feel like that's a good one this week.
Oh, wow. Dylan Maples. That's a great one.
Hails from North Carolina.
Yep. Anything else?
In that 2019 season, he pitched in 14 games, posted a career low ERA 5.40.
Career low 5.4. Ugh. Yeah, he was not a good pitcher.
No, actually, in his last season, he played in 28 games in 2021 with a 2.59 ERA and 31 1/3 innings.
Look at his walks.
Only 2. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh. God, he looked like that. He just saw a demon on his computer. What's his walks?
25 in 31 1/3 innings.
Yeah, he had no clue where the ball was going when he
even I know that's bad.
Anyways, this
one comes from he hit 8 batters. He hit 8 batters that year.
Yeah, he had no clue. I mean, he was basically blindfolded when he was throwing. This one comes from our favorite TV series, The Today Show. Guys, did you hear the rumor about butter?
It's on a roll.
Oh, nice, Kenny.
Not nice.
Oh, wow. I thought that was
it's spreading. Guess. It's spreading. Boom!
Everyone is spreading it, yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
That almost makes up for the fact that Giovanni Soto had more rookie of the years than Jeff Bagwell.
Was it 1-0?
I'm not gonna fact check that. I hope it's correct. Anyways, thank you, Sarah Lemire, for the joke.
Thank you, Sarah Lemire. Thank you to all the great viewers. We will have I think, recap of the Vandy game because we never get to we don't preview these much. Honestly, Payton, that's probably what we should have done. Instead of talking about Tennessee, is just looked ahead at how Mizzou's going to lose to Vanderbilt.
Texas.
But what?
You said Tennessee.
Texas, Kenny.
Sorry, Texas. They are going to play Tennessee as well. Okay. But yeah, that's Wednesday. We will talk about that game. Be a big one. I don't know how much
I have a confession. Jeff Bagwell won Rookie of the Year.
Oh no.
Joke doesn't.
Oh,
he has as many NL Rookie of the Years as Giovanni Soto.
Sorry, Kenny. Or sorry, Payton. Kenny wins.
He does win this round.
He now wins. Neither of them are as good as Jim Gantner.
But you know, like Rizzo is as good, like better than Berkman all time, right?
Berkman?
Yeah.
No. Not even close.
He is. Yeah, he is, dude. How many platinum gloves does Berkman have?
Those are meaningless.
Those are meaningless? Dude, I'll have you know Alex Gordon won one in 20.
As a thank you for playing baseball. Let's get out of here. I'm done.
I just know it riles them up. Yeah, we'll have a Vandy recap.
Bregman's retiring a Cubby.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be. We're gonna have some good. We need to have some good baseball engagement with that having happened. This offseason. We will recap Vandy. We will have more stuff. Hopefully, gymnastics keeps rolling. Yeah, thank you for watching, listening. We'll see you next time.